It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, all you beautiful people, right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show on SABC3. It's a Tuesday morning, and when you hear that sound, you know it's time for an update in the world of tech. Now, smart watches have completely changed the exercise industry. We know this. People are now able to track their steps, log workouts, and keep records of their health. Now, with a new piece of tech from Google, soon soccer fans will be able to track their soccer performance through their boots. Yes, you're not going crazy through their boots. Now, the device called Google Jacquard will be installed in the insole of a boot, and through a partnership with FIFA Mobile, will even be able to use your real-life performance to train your ultimate team in the game. Now, we're back with tech guru Bryan Smith to unpack a bit more about this. Welcome, Bryan. Am I saying it correctly? Google Jacquard.
I think, as Graham said off air, it's always about how you feel you should say it. It's about just sell
it, man. Just sell it.
Google Jacquard.
Jacquard.
Say it like you know.
Yeah,
okay.
say
Jacquard.
Jacquard. This already kind of has a couple of pressure points here that excite me from a footballing perspective, from a fan's perspective, but when you look at how technology is being used in sport and fitness, this is kind of a level up. What exactly is Google Jacquard? Explain it to us if you can.
Awesome. So this is actually a number of different projects that have had this name up until now, and it's essentially a bid by Google to create connected clothing. I think, as you mentioned earlier, we've gotten used to the idea of fitness trackers and smartwatches, but what the step we haven't got to is the real term wearable technology, and that is wearable in the sense you don't actually, well, people on the street don't actually know you're wearing it. For example, what Google's demonstrated up until this far is a smart connected jacket with a sleeve cuff, which you could use by swipe gestures to control media playback on your phone. Also, a very similar idea with a backpack being able to control on the satchel strap media controls for different playback on your phone. Now, this is somewhat of a different idea with a connected device that'll slot into the insole of a soccer boot or your normal shoe, for example, that'll actually tether back to real world, in inverted commas, or virtual performance in a game. And this is essentially the next step of tracking different metrics using connected technology.
What exactly will this measure? Like how many footsteps, how many penalties? I don't know. What would it actually measure?
So what's pretty interesting is, while on the layman's terms it is as capable as a normal fitness tracker, and that I think opens up a whole new arena for fitness tracking manufacturers, this is really designed to connect to the next FIFA game. So what's really interesting is that it's able to connect your and understand. It's able to understand your footwork, for example, your form when kicking, and it's actually able to translate those metrics into the game itself. As Graham mentioned earlier, this is sort of the next step in also improving the AI of the game, so as your team improves, you improve in the game, and then vice versa. So it's all about using those metrics in a smart and informative way.
Just how big has this game gotten? Never mind we're talking about the potential training of the top players in the world, it's about the game FIFA. How exactly will this impact on the game? Do you think? Expand a little bit on the development of that AI, and how do you think the players are going to feel about, I know that's a bit of an out there question, but this really is opening a whole nother way of engaging for those players to engage with their virtual self.
Absolutely. So all the specifics of exactly what metrics are going to be tracked haven't been released just yet. But however, what we do know is pretty exciting. So as I mentioned earlier, it's able to track your footwork, number of steps, for example, your form when kicking the ball. And what it's actually able to do is translate that into metrics that the AI in the game itself will use. So for example, if you create a team from the game, pretend you're playing exhibition matches. As you improve your form, your team improves. So it's actually able to use these metrics from your real-world performance and then translate that to your own team in the game. So it creates a level of involvement I don't think we've actually had up until now.
So you've got to really hope that your player that you've just selected for your team online is performing in the real world. So you can keep supplying. That's absolutely awesome. Exciting stuff. Never mind the Pandora's box that it opens up when it gets to the actual training of these players, and coaches being able to manage their players in real time out on a field. Crazy, crazy stuff. Bryan, thank you so much. Really exciting one, not just for all the gamers out there, but I think for anyone who is interested in where technology meets physicality, this is something really special.